Join us on a captivating journey to the most remote corners of our planet where human presence is virtually non-existent. From hidden islands tucked away in the vast oceans to unreachable terrains nestled in the heart of continents, discover the truly isolated places that defy access and capture the imagination. Oymyakon, Russia. Oymyakon is a village in Siberia that holds the record for the lowest temp ever recorded in a permanently inhabited place, negative 67.7 degrees Celsius. That's colder than the average temp on Mars. Oymyakon is so isolated that it takes 2 days to drive there from the nearest city of Yakutsk, which is also the coldest city in the world. The road's unpaved, bumpy, and often covered with snow and ice. There's no hotels, restaurants, or shops in Oymyakon, and there's only a few wooden houses with outhouses and a school that closes only when the temperature drops below negative 52 degrees. The villagers survive by hunting, fishing, and raising reindeer and horses. They eat mostly frozen meat and fish, as fresh fruits and veggies are scarce and expensive. Oymyakon is not a place for tourists or the faint-hearted people. It's a place where you can literally freeze to death in minutes if you're not prepared for the extreme cold and isolation. Easter Island, Chile. Easter Island is a tiny island in the Pacific, so far from any continent that you need a 5-hour flight to get there. And that's if you're lucky enough to find a plane that goes there. Island is famous for its stone statues called moai that look like giant heads with no bodies. Island has no rivers, trees, or animals except for some chickens and horses that probably wish they were somewhere else. There's also only one town where most of the 8,000 people live. The rest of the island is simply rocks and dirt. It's got no mail, movies, malls. The only entertainment options are really cultural shows, museums, archaeological sites, and that's basically just more rocks and dirt. It's a place of isolation and mystery where you can see the wonders of a lost civilization, all while being very bored. Tristan da Cunha. Tristan da Cunha is an incredibly isolated island that even Google Maps struggles to locate at times. Situated about 1,500 miles away from the nearest landmass, which is either South Africa or Brazil, it's truly in the middle of nowhere. Accessible only by a week-long boat journey, luxury cruises and modern amenities are non-existent. The islanders rely on infrequent supply ships for their basic needs, including mail since internet access is limited and expensive. Life on the island lacks modern conveniences like cell phones, Netflix, or food delivery services. The main village, Edinburgh of the Seven Seas, consists of houses, a church, a school, a hospital, a pub, and a shop. Despite being an active volcano which caused the pollution to evacuate to England in 1961 for 2 years, most islanders returned to their isolated home, while some chose to remain in England. Alert, Nunavat Canada. Alert in Nunavat Canada takes the crown as the ultimate remote spot on our list, a whopping 1,000 miles away from the nearest accessible location. In the 2016 census, they counted a population of just 62 people. The main gig in Alert is the Canadian Force Station, where they do some serious military signals intelligence radio stuff. They're all about keeping an ear out for any important communications. For over 10 months a year, Alert gets hit with a polar climate that's as harsh as it gets. But hey, that's what you sign up for when you're living in the northernmost town on the entire planet. Despite the chilly conditions, Alert boasts some seriously stunning sights. This includes serene landscapes as far as the eye can see, snowy mountains towering above, and a national park right in their backyard. La Rinconada, Peru. La Rinconada is a super remote town in southern Peru, sitting at a mind-boggling elevation of nearly 3 miles above sea level. Around 50,000 folks call this place home, and let me tell ya, it's no ordinary neighborhood. We're talking about a town that proudly holds the title of the highest town in the world, and that's something to brag about. The journey to La Rinconada is one for the books. Picture this, snow-capped mountains towering above you, twisty roads hanging on for dear life at the cliffs, and breathtaking landscapes all around. Oh, and here's a fun little nugget of info for you. La Rinconada is situated just above a gold mine. Because of this shiny discovery, the town's population skyrocketed by a whopping 235% between 2001 and 2009. That's a whole lot of people hoping to strike gold. Changtang, Tibet. Changtang is the high-altitude wonderland that stretches across western and northern Tibet, dipping its toes into southern Ladakh. We're talking about the kind of place that earns the nickname Roof of the Earth because it's way up there, with altitudes ranging from 14,000 to 19,000 feet. Now, what makes Changtang so special? Well, for starters, it's home to the awesome Changpa tribe. These folks know how to live it up in isolation, surrounded by vast highlands, massive lakes, and landscapes that'll blow your mind. Changtang is also home to the second largest nature reserve in the whole wide world, the Changtang Nature Reserve. This place is a haven for endangered species, giving them a safe space to thrive. Pretty cool, right? Now, getting to Changtang isn't the easiest thing in the world, but it's definitely worth the effort. You can hop on a plane or hit the road to reach this high-altitude paradise. Just make sure you keep an eye on the weather, because it can be unpredictable and harsh up there. Longyearbyen, Norway. Longyearbyen, the world's northernmost coal mining town, is an isolated spot renowned for its unique features. Serving as a base for Arctic adventures, it attracts visitors with over 3,000 polar bears roaming the area. The region experiences permafrost conditions, necessitating buildings on stilts to prevent flooding from the frozen ground. Surprisingly, the sun disappears for a remarkable 4 months, from October to February. Despite this darkness, locals embrace it and adapt to the circumstances. However, there is an intriguing law in place. Dying in Longyearbyen is prohibited due to the freezing conditions that prevent bodies from decomposing. Socotra, Yemen. Socotra in Yemen is a captivating island with a unique charm for plant enthusiasts. It's the largest among the Socotra archipelago and has a rich history dating back to the 1st century BC. With around 40,000 inhabitants, it's also known for the dragon's blood tree and 700 plant species, 37% of which are exclusive to Socotra. Over the years, Socotra has fascinated civilizations like the Egyptians, Greeks, and Romans, who prize its natural resources. Today, it's recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site since 2008. Itagortormit. Put that word up on the screen, please. Thank you. This place. Nestled in the eastern part of Greenland, between the northeastern Greenland National Park and Scoresby Sund Fjord, lies this name. This is a secluded settlement that stands as one of the most remote places on our planet. Founded in 1925 by settlers from Tassalak and a handful of families from West Greenland, this isolated land is home to a mere 450 people. The vibrant wooden huts, painted in shades of blue, green, red, and yellow, add a picturesque charm to the already stunning landscapes. Here, amidst this tranquil setting, one can encounter magnificent wildlife such as polar bears, seals, walruses, narwhals, and musk oxen. Access to this area is limited to helicopter or cruise travel, but the effort is certainly worthwhile, as visitors have the opportunity to witness the mesmerizing serenity of the Aurora Borealis, also known as the Northern Lights. Mutuo, Eastern Tibet. Mutuo, located in eastern Tibet, stands as a unique country without a direct highway connection to the outside world. Situated in the southern slopes of the Himalayan ranges, Mutuo holds the distinction of being the final place within China where the Brahmaputra River crosses over before continuing its course towards India. To reach Mutuo village, one must embark on a 4-day trek, passing through 4 smaller towns along the way. Mutuo is renowned as the Natural Museum of Tibet, or the Tibetan Botanical Garden, as it harbors approximately 1/10 of China's plant species. As the sun sets, casting its warm hues over the mountains, clouds and mist gracefully envelop the landscape. Mutuo emanates a profound sense of tranquility. Pitcairn Islands, South Pacific. The remote volcanic archipelago of Pitcairn, Henderson, Ducie, and Oeno Islands in the southern Pacific Ocean comprises the sole British overseas territory in the Pacific. This secluded territory holds the distinction of being the least populated dominion in the entire world. Designated as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1988, the Pitcairn Islands can only be reached by boat via Bounty Bay. These islands boast pristine subtropical surroundings, teeming with diverse bird and marine life, lush flora, and offer an unforgettable sea voyage experience. As of January 2020, a mere 43 permanent residents call this island chain their home. Apalima, Samoa. Apalima Island, the smallest among 4 inhabited islands of Samoa, sits perched on the rim of an extinct volcanic crater. With a modest peak reaching a maximum height of 165 meters and covering an area of less than 5 square kilometers, this secluded location is home to a population of 75 individuals. Access to Apalima Island is exclusively by boat, adding to its sense of isolation. While it may be diminutive in size, Apalima Island boasts enchanting azure waters and captivating forest foliage, all enveloped by rugged cliffs. The island's bay can only be entered through a narrow, swirling channel, further enhancing its mystique and seclusion. McMurdo Station, Antarctica. Nestled at the southernmost tip of the globe, the McMurdo Station is often regarded as the literal bottom of the Earth. Established in the 50s, this scientific research station, located in Antarctica, is a prominent hub for U.S.-led endeavors. Known for its unforgivingly cold and harsh weather, McMurdo Station lures scientists, researchers, and artists alike, drawn by the allure of this extraordinary environment. While a significant number of civilians are involved in the operation of the station, only a brave few, numbering between 200 and 250, endure the extreme cold to reside there. This small town encompasses a range of amenities, including residential structures, pubs, and chapels. The magnetic appeal of McMurdo lies not only in its surreal landscapes, but also in the remarkable wildlife encounters one can experience there. However, getting there requires special permission and can only be accomplished via air travel. Palmerston Islands, Cook Islands. Palmerston Island, nestled on the Pacific Ocean, offers a truly distinctive appearance as a magnificent and isolated oasis. This remarkable island captivates with its expansive coral reef, stretching across approximately 3,600 acres along the rim of a 7-mile-wide turquoise lagoon. It's complemented by surrounding little islets and pristine white beaches. Due to its remote location at the edge of the world, access to Palmerston Islands is solely by sea, as it lies beyond the reach of helicopters. It takes a remarkable 9-day voyage by boat to reach the secluded haven, and the island is visited only twice a year by supply ship, further emphasizing its isolation and untouched beauty. The Curculine Islands. Renowned as the Desolation Islands, the Curculine Islands form a cluster of Antarctic islands situated in the southernmost region of the Indian Ocean, covering an expanse of 2,400 square miles. Yves Joseph de Curculine Tremerick officially discovered these islands on February 12, 1772. The main island, La Grande Terre, is encircled by colossal active glaciers. This remote island group is inhabited by 50 to 120 French scientists, engineers, and researchers, as it serves as a home to a weather base accessible solely by sea. A daunting task considering the weather conditions on these islands are fiercely harsh and frigid, characterized by frequent high winds throughout the year. See you all next time.